it.
Yeah, we're just getting the draft underway here as everyone just locks in their same heroes. So be just a moment before we jump actually into the first game of the series.
Enchantress now. Wow, look at this. The speed pick in their heroes. We're finally getting to see some Dota 2. I gotta say, I've waited more than long enough for this game myself.
Yeah, I mean, you don't see this type of this level of drafting from any other region, if I'm being
The
honest.
speed, they haven't figured out before the game is even started. You know, these North American brains are basically supercomputers in like a game of chess. Europeans are more like the human players who take like need all their reserve time, need the full 30 seconds for each one. They're really not sure what to pick even still. You know how it is.
Oh, yeah. NA, brother. It's time to get
Earlier.
on to some Dota 2s. We've got Simply TOOBASED taking on Team DogChamp. Hopefully, we have no issues with this game.
Is open.
Crossing my fingers because I have ran out of things to talk about.
Talk about anime.
We could. There's always anime.
I was expecting we could, but we won't, says Ricky.
We could, but we shouldn't.
So they're grouped up right now. It looks like Nature's Prophet not coming with them. Probably going to spawn tree into the Nature's Call once more from inside the base. This man has 3 fairy fires.
Yeah, this is how you play NP.
He is not joking around.
You go Blightstone, triple fairy fire, and as soon as you have the money to buy your Orb of Corrosion, you just TP base and then teleport back. And then you have Orb of Corrosion, and you still have regen, and it's good stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see that 9-minute Orb of Corrosion Orchid like you talked about. They made that item way too cheap, to be honest.
They added a recipe to it, at least.
There was a recipe on the beginning. I think the recipe cost 375 gold for a little while. They increased it to 475, though. A 100 gold increase. Oh, do you remember back in the day it was 3 Oblivion staffs to make an Orchid?
Was it really?
Yeah.
Oh god, I don't remember that. Maybe I just didn't build Orchid in those times.
That was Dota 1 days.
Yeah, I might have just like been taking a break from Dota 1 back then. Monkeys Forever with the quick finger is able to take the rune here from B9, and B9's gonna take a lot of damage from these right clicks.
Yeah, I mean, very low armor, low base 8, low strength hero. Another hero with a very low strength growth rate as well. And we were talking about the last series is 1.3. Treasure's just at 1.7. So,
curious how this mid lane's going to go between Annihilate and Ray Lalisa. Obviously, both these guys pretty comfortable in the mid lane in general, and they're both playing heroes that they like to play. So this is a pretty interesting matchup. Okay, that cold snap owned right there.
That was sick. That was very sick, interrupting that Ray, stopping him from getting the last hits there. Now, we talked about Demon Slayers players, Old White in the last game, coming in second in the Dream League Season 11. Annihilate was on that roster as well. He wasn't on it when they qualified for the tournament, but he flew over and played with the team there, just due to visa issues with some of the players. So he subbed in for their mid laner and came in second in that one. That was his, I guess, most brilliant performance in recent memory.
Yeah, that was a sick time. We're keeping an eye on these side lanes. Monkey King being played by Ritsu, as we know, having a pretty decent time. Bloody Nine's just going to go ahead and enchant the coconut. Make sure that you have less harassment damage coming in from this Nature's Prophet.
One's a bit underwhelming, in my opinion, taking over that one, but Enchantress doesn't like dealing with these treants. I think what a lot of people have been doing is just enchanting the range creep and right-clicking whatever range heroes that they're playing against. You don't have that damage block to work with. You get the extra 10 damage. But it does, end up reducing the damage that Nature's Prophet has by taking the coconuts.
I'm actually watching Monkeys get a second block on this camp with his treants there, so that's actually really nice. They even sentried it thinking that there was something there, but it was just in fact the coconuts. B9 has to walk to the enemy hard camp, get himself a tomato, and the tomato is pretty great. The clap does a lot of damage. Z-Freak taking some serious harassment there as well from Ritsu. The clap, however, was not available at the time.
I thought he'd get one more clap off before he went down, but he did not, unfortunately. Courier ends up dropping. Yaren picking that one off. His other name is Yaren the Courier Slayer. Believe it or not. Quick facts about NA Dota. But bottom lane, it's going pretty well for Boris here, sitting at 13-4 at the moment. Luki struggling to get as much farm as he wants to. Danny is sitting at the 8-1.
I mean, he does have Astral eventually to just kind of offer some harassment, but these whirling axes into Illuminate have become quite annoying, and this is while Boris's courier is dead, right? Like, Yaren managed to snipe his courier, so he's still missing some damage and farming potential there.
Mid lane, Rayla Lisa's mana gets burned. You hate to have this happen on Shadow Fiend. I mean, not having the raises to work with for your kill potential for CSing feels very bad. Annihilate's doing a pretty good job here against the SF, I would say.
Yeah, they're pretty much dead even in CS, which is honestly a little bit surprising. I kind of would have expected Shadow Fiend to have a little bit more CS at this point, but I Annihilate doing really well at keeping with him. But it's only going to get more annoying as he puts more levels into this EMP and Tornado combo.
Ritsu doing well for himself up here in the top lane. Just continue to train zone. Monkeys forever out. Thought he'd use that Boundless Strike alongside his Jingu Master. He's gone 1-1-1 here. Sometimes the Monkey can generally just ignore getting points in Jingu Master, only put the first pointer. That looks like what Ritsu's going to do, maxing out the tree dance.
Annihilate almost gets the kill on the mid lane Shadow Fiend, but Yaren's gonna be able to dive under. He has a lot of regen thanks to these points in Quas. He has to pop a salve even to stay alive thanks to that Fire Spirit, and Z-Freak is gonna be the one that ends up grabbing the first blood.
I came here to be tested.
Nice snag. Be a little bit better when I Annihilate's way, but Rubik getting early mana boots, especially, a player like Z-Freak having a bit of money to work with. Happy about that. I Annihilate sitting very low. A lot of time you'd be bummed out. You might even suicide to the tower after that, even for a mid laner, but
not
being
Invoker.
having 26 HP reach in a second. It's pretty good.
Sitting underneath your tower with full Quas, I mean, he just topped off completely. And in the meantime, he gets 2 full waves under his tower solo. He gets level 6, whereas Rayla Lisa is 5.5. And they're setting up for another rotation potentially to the mid lane as Z-Freak is here. Tornado EMP comes out. The EMP will catch. There's going to be the pullback, and Monkeys Forever rotates on in. He just TP'd. Oh my gosh, this is a huge punish on the mid lane.
Yeah, it's
Bloody Nine might die too. The body blocks? Monkeys?
He's got Sprout.
My gosh, this guy gonna be kept alive thanks to Yaren there. Those Fire Spirits doing just enough, and Sprout's the block off that path.
Yeah. Interrupted Bloody Nine salve that he used on himself as he was running back as well with that Treant. I think if he was focusing so much on those body blocks, it was absolutely amazing. He didn't get the chance to get off the Sprout, but barely mattered. Bloody Nine just barely managed to get out of that one. Monkeys Forever. You warned me about this guy's Nature's Prophet, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you're saying is he's going to just rush the Orb of Corruption. He got it at the 5 minutes and then TP'd out. And instead of going top, he's like, all right, we have kill potential mid. So easy kill to the mid lane. They kill that Shadow Fiend as he just TP'd back. And yeah, that is like best case scenario because I Annihilate now has a full level advantage. Tons of farm as well. Has that urn completed. And as soon as he gets that first kill, Invoker becomes very scary.
5 minutes. Well, we've already seen the 5 minutes going around. Catapults shoving down the top lane. I'm surprised they didn't manage to actually shove in any of these towers with Nature's Prophet rotation. Catapults at 5 minutes. You usually see that one with an MP pickup. Other focuses this game. The jumping on Bloody Nine over to the mid lane, I think, ruined that timing for them. Oh. ends up taking over the Dark Troll Summoner when he had almost killed it there. It
Yeah.
feels pretty bad.
He might pay for this, though. There's the pullback and the Sprout. He has no way out of this. Annihilates here as well, offering some assistance with the Cold Snap. And another kill going their way. And this is when you got to be very careful, because Monkeys Forever is going to be able to start pressuring all over the map. And if you leave him top lane, he'll just take the tower as well. So this is really nice. Overall net worth, though, is pretty even. Just 3 kills, however, for the side of Simply TOOBASED.
Monkeys Forever does end up getting the dodge off onto the jump from Ritsu. He does have the Primal Spring maxed out. It's a lot of damage. It's slow, 80% and 350 damage. This is what Monkey King does a lot of the time when he's playing against a ranged hero inside his lane. It allows you to farm.
He did see him. Oh, baby monkeys. He's in some trouble. There's going to be the 2 raises if you can get in range for the 3rd, but the tornado, the EMP, it's there. Ritsu taking so much damage as well as Raylalisa. Now they are going to fall 1 for 1. Raylalisa on the retreat, but can I Annihilate finish off the Shadow Fiend? Pops the Alacrity, a couple more auto attacks. He's gonna get it, and now there's the Cold Snap onto the Phoenix. He dove in for this as well. I Annihilate will die to B9 plus Yarn, but it's gonna be a 3 for 2 now.
Really now, you should have seen
In
that.
comes the Monkeys Forever, Nature's Prophet. He jumps right onto the Enchantress, but she's learned. She has a Quelling Blade now. She will not be sprouted anymore.
You've got to have this. It is countered by the Aghanim Shard once you do end up getting that on the Nature's Prophet. You cut the tree down. There's just a super tree waiting for you there. But until the 20-minute mark, he's going to be all right with that Quelling Blade.
Yeah, you're like, oh, let me just get out of here. And then you just get mean mugged by a giant tree. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. You killed my brother.
That's the real, hey, how you doing?
Berry Trinket there, an incredible item. Definitely going to go the way of the Invoker, I'm sure.
Monkeys Forever's rotations around the map have slowed down his farm a little bit, only sitting at 34 and 11. As well as him, putting himself in a position to kind of die there. They did end up getting the return kill. It was very good overall for his team, but they're not going to have that Orchid, the very fast timing like you mentioned, because of this.
Yeah, he's got Brown Boots, the Orb of Corrosion, like you said, his rotations around the map, so he'll get it still decently timed, but it's not nearly as fast as we would expect. Phoenix able to get that dive away, not going to get caught there, but Ritsu just channels the ultimate, trying to run away, but Boris just pops that... Did Wrath of Nature take down Yaren? It did. I was trying to figure out how that second hero died. He actually buys back on Ritsu.
Yeah, Wrath of Nature did 400... They did almost 500 damage to that Phoenix there.
Oh,
I don't think he's expecting that kind of burst.
That is 4 tips.
Ritsu. He's going to have a rough game from this point here. I mean, he does have the extra farming speed for maxing out Primal Spring jungle.
I mean, they are just getting stomped right now. Mid lane, Monkeys Forever and Annihilate find themselves a kill. It looks like Ritsu does at least get something in the jungle to take down Z-Freak with the help of Luki.
Another fairy tale.
Yeah, Luki setting that one up with the Astral Imprisonment Meteor Hammer, and then finished off just with the 4 points of Primal Spring there. Did manage to, steal the Astral Imprisonment, hit the OD back with it. Thought he'd get away with that one, but Ritsu was there.
The OD is level 9 somehow. And with everything that's going on, Luki is somehow level 9.
He is, yes.
That is
and I think
remarkable.
he's gonna have an excellent game because of that. I mean,
Bottom lane, they are going to look for the Shadow Fiend, but Luki sets up a nice Astral. That is not going to happen, sir. An immediate tornado, and the Sprout is there. EMP on the backside. Luki, not where you want to be, son. Should be able to finish off this kill. A stolen Astral coming in from the Rubik, and I think this should be enough damage, and it is. Z-Freak's going to be the one that grabs it.
Rubik's got the Arcane Boots and a Fairy Trinket spell amp there as well, and is taking fight after fight here. Simply TOOBASED, controlling the map right now. And Ritsu, you're trying to use this space to farm up at the moment, but I'm not sure he's going to be able to catch up with this Troll Warlord at this point. I think he's been slowed down enough that he's not really a threat for the heroes on Simply TOOBASED.
Yeah, Boris went for a Maelstrom, not a build that we see very often on the Troll. It's normally either the Aghanim Scepter or that Battle Fury, but instead he opts for that magic, the magic damage coming out from the Maelstrom.
Smoke comes out here on Team DogChamp.
But they're gonna walk
this
right
is one
up
of the worst.
into the Troll. He does have Battle Trance. Lukey should be able to get in range for the Astral, and he does. They're gonna be able to channel that stun right onto him. Will connect, plus the Sunray. I don't think they have the damage for this. He's just gonna turn it around, pop that Battle Trance, look for Lukey himself. The Maelstrom damage doing a decent chunk. Second Astral comes through. There's gonna be the egg, and this should be a dead kill. Yeah, it is. Can they turn this, though, is the question. Ritsu already committed the Wukong's command. They find Annihilate back underneath his own Tier 1 tower. Cold Snap EMP on top of Lukey. He's protected for the moment as he just tries to hobble away, but it's going to end up being the Enchantress. What just happened? They all died. Oh, my gosh. The Wrath of Nature combined with a full channel. Oh, my gosh.
That was wild. They just took so much magical damage. That was Shadow Rays, Fade Bolt, Wrath of Nature, and Illuminate all coming out at once, instantly turning that fight around. Huge AoE damage. Only a little bit from everybody. That's all it really took. Rubik, he ended up doing 1,600 magical damage rate. No, 3,200.
3,300 magic damage. I was like, how did they all die? He double raised 2 heroes with a Fade Bolt. Oh my lord.
Freak, the absolute monster. You know, this is why he ended up taking kills at the start of the game. He's going to carry the U himself. Aether Lens, Fairy Trinket, there's extra cast range, extra magical damage amp to work with there. This makes him the carry now, right? Is this how this works?
Basically, yeah. Look at the net worth disparity between the supports. Simply 2 base supports are almost catching up to Lukey on the OD, whereas Enchantress and Phoenix are like half of their opponents. Orchid now available on the Nature's Prophet. We see a drop here for the moment. Yarn dives in, gonna put a little bit of harassment damage out on over. So that Nature's Prophet, but honestly right now, I mean, it's a 6,000 gold lead for the side of Simply 2-based, and they have Nature's Prophet and Troll. Oh, we got a possessed mask. Oh my god.
You're taking all these lost or like unfavorable fights as well to make the space for Ritsu so he can get his Battle Fury, but we're 15 minutes in the game and he's still quite far from it. Just getting the money for his broadsword right now, still needs to finish that Perseverance. He's very far behind on his timing.
They got the Roche, man. This is pretty wild. I'm surprised he's not whirling axing this at all for just like some extra damage, but Boris gonna pick up that Aegis. They smoke up pretty much immediately. Mid lane, I Annihilate. He is showing, but Z-Freak gonna try and find the Phoenix. Smoke will get popped. Dude, he has an Aether Lens.
He does.
Oh man, the cast range on that Astral is wild. Look at that, dude.
Cast range 650 plus Aether Lens is another 250. That's 700.
It's a 1,200 cast range.
Oh my god, that is yeah, it's 1150. That is a very, very long Astral imprisonment.
Wow.
He's going for a Blink Dagger next as well. Going to be able to, basically teleport across the map with that one.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I was talking about. Astral on Rubik is very scary, mainly just because of the bonus cast range, and it just allows you to set up constantly. There's nothing you can really do about it. Monkeys Forever, turn it on to Ritsu here. A nice rotation from Ray Lalisa as they get that double raise and find the kill pretty easily. Z-Freak turns around with his raise of his own. They're going to dive on forward. Yaren does find Z-Freak. Bloody Nine here as well. Hits him with that enchant and with the jump in from Ritsu. They should be able to find this kill here. Double kill for the Monkey King.
Yeah, and that will give him the gold he needs for his Battle Fury. Much needed kills for him, so finds that farm in very quick order. Just sending the courier out to the secret shop right now, I believe. I'll probably send it out to the enemy secret shop, given the fact that this town post goes just delivered to him. Nope, playing it safe. Still, nice find there. And the kill on Rubik is worth quite a bit of money. He's sitting at 7-3 now.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
17 minutes comes around. Both teams finding tier 2 neutral items. They got that Imp Claw on Troll. Beautiful. You love to see it.
Oh yeah, that's a nice one. I Annihilate stalking this Monkey King here. He's gonna have a TP option or some TP help in from Monkeys if he wants to try and go for this kill, but ooh, they're kind of baiting him up to the top here. Jumps on into a tree, now down to the lane. They're gonna go for it. They're just gonna let him get away. They don't want to risk it. Invoker's going for the Witchblade.
This is interesting. I mean, the hero has one of the higher int growth rates in the game. It means it can do a lot of damage. They see him TPing!
Oh, no, they got him. Ritsu going to try and get away. Cold Snap is there. The TP force from Lisa means that they will just disengage, but they cancel out Ritsu's TP.
They thought better than to go for that one. They are sitting right beside a tier 2 tower. Not a hero you want to dive inside the trees when you start with vision of them. I mean, a Wukong's command from back there would do a lot of work.
I'm still very surprised by this Maelstrom build on the Troll. Just not really what I expected.
That one is a bit interesting. The only thing I can really think of is the fact that you're dishing out magic damage instead of physical in the AoE.
Lots of jungle items dropping.
Against the Monkey King, the physical will help. Also deals with evasion, appears to evasion 25% of the time, but I think I'd prefer Battle Fury slightly. I think that's his reasoning for it, though, is dealing with evasion and magical damage.
Lukey's going to find Monkeys forever in the bottom lane. The Astral into that stun. Should be an easy kill for them.
Monkeys does go down. Maybe he's Glipnir into Cataclysm.
That'd be pretty
That
cool.
That could be it, because they've got no Cataclysm set up right now. That's the only thing I can think of. We got the BKB coming out to himself right now. Tier 2 tower was taking the top lane, which will open up the shrines pre 20 minutes, like clockwork. Very well organized here on Simply 2-based.
They smoke up immediately as well. They know they have the global presence from the Nature's Prophet, so they're going to head into their own jungle. Lisa is the closest person to them. I mean, this would be a huge kill if they can find it.
We got the classic Ritsu pause.
Very nice.
This one is famous in NA servers.
Lawn. What's a lawn?
Now, do you think that they know the smoke is coming? I know they know for certain that they suddenly backed off after shoving out the top lane. The question is if they end up meeting Lisa here. Shadowfiend will just die instantly running into these heroes.
Yeah, I mean, he has a Yules to buy himself a little bit of time, but yeah, you're right. I mean, he runs into these heroes, he's definitely dead.
So he's working on the BKB right now on the SF. You mentioned this at the start of the game. You know, against all these heroes with the heavy magical damage, you need a way to stay alive. But that means you're not dealing much damage yourself on this SF. And I think they would have been better off picking a different hero. You know, your first side of the Yule Scepter, you still got Brown Boots, and you're forced to go BKB after that. He's not having a good time here.
Yeah, I mean, he's at least keeping up in farm for the most part, right? He is ahead of Annihilate, Monkeys Forever, and him basically tied, only 10 gold difference. But the Shadowfiend, like you said, a lot of his money is going to be in defensive items. Once he has those, he has the Abyssal Blade queued up, which obviously, like we talked about, the Abyssal Blade into Requiem is quite funny.
I mean, it kills people.
It does.
This kills the Radiant heroes for sure. Looks like they're good to go. I do think that Lisa just ends up dropping it. He doesn't turn around immediately. Yeah, easy.
Oh.
They saw the
Illuminate
blast come out. Yeah.
B9's going to throw his body at the boys. He does have a ward on the high ground, actually, and allows him to have that vision to try and run away here. And B9 doesn't look like you're going to be able to escape here. Boris, as well as the rest of the team, gets that nice root on that first hit there. I guess when you consider Alacrity, Maelstrom is quite good.
Yeah, but so is Battle Fury, man.
I mean, you get more procs on Maelstrom, I think. It ends up doing more damage in the fights.
Trying to figure out the exact reason. You know, Boris will be the player that we're interviewing if he ends up winning this best of 3, so we get a chance to ask him.
Nice. I like to hear it. Oh,
if he wins.
Fairy Trinket on Rubik. Oh, it's so nice. Mid lane, he is going to find the Shadow Fiend, throw him right into Annihilate. They force that defensive heal pretty much immediately, and they drop him right into an ice wall. Oh, no. What a play.
That's a lot of damage coming out from the Invoker there. Nothing he's able to do. He dispelled the Witchblade and the Cold Snap by throwing himself up in the Ghouls, but he ends up dying anyways. This BKB is so important for him to pick up, sitting at 1 and 5. I mean, you can say, yeah, you're keeping up in farm with the Invoker, but what you're doing with like the equal amount of gold is... Oh, no.
Yeah, Lukey bottom lane. He tried to do what he could, but gets found once again, and he's doing what he can. Like, he's forcing them down here, but they still managed to get the mid-tier tier 2 tower, and Boris just went top and started farming. He's got the Ag Shard on the Nature's Prophet now.
This is really all I need to really start popping up.
Oh, Wrath of Nature coming through, slaps B9. They do get the egg down on the high ground. Tornado's going to finish off this Enchantress. The question is, can they get Ritsu? He commits the Battle Trance BKB immediately, and now the Orchid comes out. Monkeys Forever will take down Ritsu. They're going to get the Phoenix with the Soul Bind, and look at once again the surround Rayla Lisa. What can you do? Oh my goodness, 4 heroes dead, simply 2-based.
Stuck in the ice wall, died practically right beside where he died the last time. Observer wards down over there. He controlled the entire map here on simply 2-base. There's nothing that they're able to do at this point. Backs are against the wall. 11k net worth up at 22 minutes into the game. And, you know, this Ritsu build, it feels like it's coming online too slow. They did a great job of delaying him getting this Battle Fury, and now still 600 gold off his Aghanim Scepter. And that alone with a Battle Fury isn't going to be enough to fight into them.
Mid lane, yeah, there's the EMP. Oh my god, it killed him. I actually thought he would not die to that EMP, but he did. Full Wex, I suppose.
He's got a wand with 19 charges. I think he could have survived that one.
I think he didn't think he would die to it either, but
yeah.
You know what? It was definitely the magic amp, probably from Solar Bind, is what it was.
Yeah.
I think he underestimated how much damage that does.
Yeah, man, they're getting torn apart here. They're trying to min-max, and you're paying for it at every turn. I mean, now he's going for the Aghanim Scepter himself. They're going to struggle to do enough damage to the heroes on simply 2-base at this point. I mean, yes, they're not playing the tankiest in the world, but still, once you have this Abyssal Blade on Troll Warlord, I think he's just going to try to close out the game.
Yeah, and second Roche is going to respawn in just over 2 minutes. I'm very much enjoying Z-Freak's astraling this game. He's basically just anytime he sees a hero, just throws an astral from 1150 range and gets some extra mana going his way. He's almost doing Aghanim Scepter.
He is. Oh man. All right. It's going to be a longer Roche respawn. That is good for DogChamp here, as they have a little bit of time to establish themselves on the map, shove the lanes out, which is exactly what Ritsu's trying to do right now.
He did get his Ags, so he's got something. He's too afraid to push the lane, actually.
That's insane. And now they're smoking up. They're grouped up. They could definitely kill Z-Freak here, running forward, but they reveal that they're smoked up. They know exactly what they're up to. Shouldn't have thrown those fire spirits out into the creep wave there.
You got a ward sentry here in the jungle scouting this rotation. They will find Ritsu with that Imperium, just able to Glimmer Cape himself and walk away. He's just almost like to an Aghanim Scepter.
Yes. 520 gold away from it, and that is a massive boon to their team. Like the Will-O-Wisp. Not as good as how it used to be.
All right. In the triangle here, Lukey caught for a moment, but Boris, he knows where Ritsu is. He's trying to just pop the Battle Trance. Oh my god, goodbye. And now Ritsu on the run, but this Troll Warlord is angry as he gets that kill. No problem. Egg committed. They will take down Annihilate. So far, they managed to get one of the cores. There's an Astral, but Ray Lisa got nothing left in the tank as Boris just blinks around the fight. Yarn able to dive himself quite further away, but Z-Freak, he's got so much range on his spells. All they need to do is get the vision as he's going to go. You're
No way.
Oh, the
Okay.
Self Astral as well, but almost able to get out of there. The Atos coming in from Nature's Prophet. And that's actually the finished Gleipnir.
So it's the Gleipnir on the Nature's Prophet. The Troll Warlord does not have one. He's going for the Abyssal Blade right now, but that will potentially set up a Cataclysm for if he gets the Aghanim Scepter on the Invoker.
I mean, he's still 1 point Exort. I don't think it's on his list of things to do right now.
Nah, that is true. I'm surprised to see him, you know, just completely maxed up with so little points in the Exort, but I guess it makes sense. Committing very heavily for the Quas Wex. Your team is doing tons of damage anyway. Boris,
Yeah.
able to be on the front line. I mean, Z-Freak is doing an insane amount of damage this game for a support.
Yeah, I mean, I Annihilate, Z-Freak, and Imperium are all basically the same net worth, and they're almost caught up with the Shadow Fiend as well. I mean, they're just so farmed on these supports. Aghanim Scepter, I believe, completed on Coddle. Yes, it is. Z-Freak decided to spend some money on support items, so he's not quite to his yet, but he's getting there.
Another 1,000 gold. That might be the last thing that they're waiting for before they decide to try and close this game out. I mean, 2 charges on the Astral Imprisonment would be very big.
Oh my god, I didn't even consider that. Yeah, that's quite good.
It is quite good. If you could steal Requiem, that would be absolutely amazing. And you know, with the cast range that Rubik now has, you can just blink into the Requiem after he completes it and snag it. The amped Requiem would do quite a bit on the Rubik. Paladin Sword found by Monkey's Forever. They'll pass that over to Troll Warlord, I imagine. I'm gonna sit into the front line even easier. So they're very close to a couple of items. I think that they're strong enough to close this game out, but you know, finishing up this this Abyssal Blade here on Boris, finishing up the Aghanim Scepter here on Z-Freak.
Oh no, Ray Lalisa. Doesn't get spotted. The Elven Tunic dropped, and he was too afraid because he saw the hero start walking up onto the high ground, so he didn't want to like show himself. And he almost didn't get the Elven Tunic.
The game wasn't hard enough already. Speaking of doing this very annoying split pushing here on Monkeys Forever, thanks to that the Aghanim Shard, the Super Treants.
I like to imagine that they make really great charging noises anytime that they spawn.
Out of their mouths?
Yeah.
Little coconut mouths? Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this. This does so much damage. This is going to be nerfed. Look at this.
They're just taking a tower. Oh no.
He has 2 of these every 8 seconds.
Did you go Sprout? Oh, he just. Oh my gosh.
This is stupid. This is what we've done to our Dota. Ritsu's farming while this is happening, getting closer to his BKB, which is very important in this game.
I can hear monkeys laughing right now. Like, legitimately. I can hear his cackle as he just constantly sprouts these 2 greater treants and runs them at the tier 3 tower.
They can't do anything about it either. They can't leave their base to try and grab him.
They're trying to push the wave out so the backdoor protection comes in, but it's still not there. The tower is at 429 HP.
My pubs are going to be ruined because of this one. Oh, it seems the treant is on the other foot. I believe
But
that's
can it kill its brethren is the question.
It is stronger.
It does have
It's got
70 more HP. Or 70 more damage.
Yeah. Victor HP. Yard is here with the assist. It ends up going down.
Boris has a Abyssal Blade, and Ray Lalisa tries to go for a cheeky Abyssal, or like Blink Dagger ultimate in the mid lane, and ends up completely backfiring as he just gets destroyed. Boris can be able to help out, killing that OD as well. B9 getting pushed back by the Coddle, the Solar Bind just causing so much havoc, and there's the Rubik with the 2 Astrals. Oh my gosh.
There's so little that they're able to do. I wouldn't be surprised if they GG'd out right here. They might go for one last hurrah. BKB is complete here on Ritsu, who's trying to cut the creep wave.
There's a Rubik here. He's expecting this. Look at the cast range. Oh my god, he can just do this over and over.
Oh my! He's gonna get lifted after this, and then he's gonna get astraled again. He tries to do anything to just get the astral. This game is really bought out too.
Oh God! All right.
Z-Freak with the prediction.
If there was a level of tilt that you could like would reach from like any play in the game, that has to be the largest.
You're stuck there for 8 seconds. Oh no.
Oh, mid lane, another great rotation in the tornado. They even commit the Will-O-Wisp. They take down the egg. 3 heroes dead. Lukey four staffs himself, going for that self astral, but the GG is out, and my lord, simply TOOBASED just putting the hammer down in this game. 31,000 gold advantage as they close it out.
Beautiful play out of everybody on the side of Simply TOOBASED here. Z-Freak popping off on this Rubik. The amount of damage he did in these team fights was insane. Invoker, great job here in the mid lane. Everything he needed to do. Nothing too flashy, unfortunately. But I guess that's just the nature of playing the Quas Wix. Empyrean as well. I mean, everybody on Simply TOOBASED played incredible there.
Dude, Z-Freak's the second highest damage, just behind Boris.
That
yeah,
that is a support player right there.
That is classic Z-Freak. Yeah, I mean, he just played so well from the very start of the game. I mean, the lanes went very well for Simply TOOBASED. They hit all of their item timings, just outplaying DogChamp around the map, and they take game 1 here pretty convincingly.
Yeah, this is wild that this is a Division 1 team. Or sorry, Division 2 team.
Yeah,
lower division. These guys. They did change the roster around a little bit from their open qualifier match, but DogChamp, they completely fell apart around this. They definitely need to revise their draft. The Shadow Fiend, I don't think that this is the kind of game plan they had for him. It was too easy to grab on the back line. He died a number of times, sitting at 2-9. And Ritsu, they managed to slow him down too much for him to get any farm at all. The Battlefield came out too late.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's perfectly said. We've got game number 2 coming up here. It's our second and final series of the day, Simply TOOBASED versus Team DogChamp. We'll be back after just a short break, everyone. Stay tuned.